Brought to you by Epic Adventure Outfitters.
So the time has finally come to lift our Mojave Gladiator. This time around, we're gonna do things just a little bit different because some different parts have come out, or we've found some parts that we'd really like to try. So this should be fun. Okay, so this time around, we're gonna do a little bit different with our Mojave build kit now that some other parts existed. Much like last time, we have the lower sport arms from Teraflex. We have the adjustable track bar from Teraflex so we can dial in after we've done our lift. We've got some longer SWAYBAR links for the rear. We've got the bump stops for front and rear that'll add up to 2 inches both. We have 2-inch front shock extensions, 2-inch rear shock extensions. We've got 2 inches worth of rear
spacer,
2 inches worth of front
spacer.
What we've got differently is we now have Teraflex's new, really nice track bar bracket for the rear. So that'll help dial in our back axle position and some geometry for us. And one of the coolest parts that we're interested to try is these Apex Design SWAYBAR disconnects. Now, I don't know about you, but they look like nothing I've ever ran before. You just have to turn this knob and they then become free. They're adjustable to figure out where they go. There's 2 different sizes. This is the smaller size that will work with what we're doing. I've done the measurements. And then when you're ready to lock it, you just lock it and eventually it'll lock itself back. So no more fumbling with SWAYBAR links and grease fittings and all that other jazz if you don't have a Rubicon. You can get something as cool and slick as this. Okay, so now that we got the wheels and tires removed, we can go through what's different about the Mojave Gladiator that's different than all the other Gladiators, and why I chose to build one of these as opposed to just getting another EcoDiesel Rubicon like Paul already has. So obviously the first thing you can see that's different is we have this massive Fox 2.5 internal bypass remote reservoir shock. They put the remote reservoir in a different county. As you can see, it's way up here in front, mounted below the nice aluminum thick skid plate that's quite well there to help protect it. This is the first vehicle that's ever come with Fox hydraulic bump stops in from factory. You'll notice the coils are silver. It came powder coated this way. We did not spray paint them on the vehicle like some people. Also, there's a lot of little things like extra weld gussets. The shock mounts are stronger both on the axle and up on the frame. They use a larger bolt on the front, much like the rear Gladiator bolts are larger than the ones on the JL. It does not come with a front locker, but rarely do we turn those on when we're out here. Rear locker seems to be sufficient with a lot of the stuff. If I do need a front locker down the road, we can easily just put one in. One of the only disappointments was I don't have a SWAYBAR disconnect system on the Mojave. So luckily we found some really cool parts to put in this lift today that will fix that problem. Here we are at the rear of the vehicle. It was a couple blocks away. We have these massive PIGGYBACK Fox 2.5 internal bypass shocks on the rear. No reason to get rid of those. Once again, we've got the nice silver coils that are a lot more of a plush ride than the Rubicon coils. You see we already have our HELLWIG SWAYBAR we put in previously. Still having a lot of fun with that. Now that we've finished buttoning up the suspension, we'll go through what we've done to it. Here you can see the 2-inch spacer we added here, plus the 2-inch bump stop extension. We've got the Teraflex lower sport arms, as well as that really interesting space age looking SWAYBAR disconnect from Apex Designs. The Teraflex adjustable track bar, and the Teraflex front 2-inch shock extensions that you saw that we machined out earlier to fit the proper size bolts. Here in the rear, you can see Teraflex's bump stop extension and lower strike pad, plus the 2 inches worth of coil spring spacer. We've got a 2-inch shock extension added, extended SWAYBAR links, our beautiful HELLWIG SWAYBAR, Teraflex's new rear track bar bracket. So there you have it. Epic Mojave Frankenlift 2-point. Oh my God. Not only is it nicely lifted on a set of 37-inch Baja Bosses, but we're rocking a set of Dana Spicer 4, 5, 6 gears and Spicer diff covers so I can hit things at faster speeds.
Thanks for following along. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. More epic videos are coming your way.